Students, welcome back. So today we will cover list comprehensions. In this clip, what is list comprehensions? List comprehensions is basically a concise syntax for creating a list from a range function or an iterable object by applying a specified operation on each of its items. Why do we do this? Why do we use list comprehensions? Because it is much faster alternative as compared to other ways to create a list like loops, lambda functions, and other conditional statements. Here we will cover list comprehensions and alternative ways to create a list using for loop. Lambda function conditionals will cover later when we do functions in detail. Okay, so here in the fourth comment, you can see the basic syntax, how it is created. New list is equal to box bracket expression for item in list if conditional. Okay, so below are the examples. Let me run through it and then we will discuss. Okay, so first statement says L10 is equal to I for I in range 1 to 11. What does this mean? This means I want to create a list named L10 where the elements are I and the value of I ranges between 1 and 11. That means 1 to 10, including 1, excluding 11. And that is, you can see here, list L10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Likewise, L11, what does it say? It says I want a list with a value I to the power 2 for I in range 0 to 11. That means it is a list which is square of numbers from 0 to 10. You can see here 0, 1, 4, 3, 16 and then 100. Now the third example here is with the if statement. You can see here in the above in list if conditional. So L12 again it says I want a list which will have a square of numbers where I ranges between 1 and 11 if I mod 2 is equal to 0. That means it has to be an even number. Because the remainder, if I divide it by 2, the remainder should be 0. So I need only those numbers in L12 list which are squares of I and are even numbers between 1 and 11. So if you see here, now look at L11. So first it creates L11, then it picks only the even numbers because of the if statement. So 4, 16, 36, 64 and 100. L12 comprises of these numbers. Okay. Now last example is for creating a 3 by 3 matrix. So here you can see matrix. Again, matrix is a list here. So we'll create a list with nested list. You see the outcome here 1, 2, 3, comma 1, 2, 3. So these three are nested lists in the bigger list called matrix. Now here in the example for j in range 1 to 4, for I in range 3. Okay. So j in range 1 to 4. So matrix, I need a matrix. I need a list where value of j is between 1 to 4. That means 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's, you can see here, this is in a bracket. J, the J statements is in box bracket. So this is 1, 2, 3 in this bracket. For I in range 3, that means 0, 1, 2. So 3 times it will create. And that is why you can see 3 nested list. Okay. So this is how list comprehension is used to create a list. And if we are not using list comprehensions, then what is the alternative way? So one of the alternative way here you can see is with the for loop. As an example here, let me run it for you. L13 is initialized as a list where there is no element in the list. For I in range 11, that means I'll create a list with elements I ranging from 0 to 11, 11 excluded, so 0 to 10. So what it will do, now here what I am doing is L13 dot append I to the power 2. So it is a list containing squares of numbers. So first it will do, when I is 0, it will add 0 to L3, append, then I becomes 1, it will add 1 to the list, then I becomes 2, 2 to the 4, it adds 4 until it reaches 10. So 10 into 10, 100. Okay, so this is how a list is created when we are not using list comprehensions. This is a little cumbersome way because it requires 4 lines of code, and the other one, the list comprehension, is bit concise. Okay, so today we cover all the list details, including list comprehensions. In the next clip, we will cover another data structure, which is dictionary. Thank you for joining and see you in next class. Bye-bye.